April. Ooh, frog in my throat. Oh, of course that would happen right as I hit the live button. And what was I saying? Besides, hello, I'm here. It's Sunday. We're back to coloring, and I'm kind of excited. I figured today that we would finish the dragon because we are so stinking close. I know normally I put out a poll on Twitter and on YouTube to ask what you guys want to do, but part of me really just wants to finish this, so that's what we're going to do today. We don't really have that much to finish this. We've just got this decorative edging, which I'm going to do with the copper and the Holbein. And then we've got this little part. Hi, Elizabeth! That I'm going to do copper as well. And then I've got the Posca pen out because I'm going to fix this. And I'm going to add accents to certain other places as well. So that is the plan today. Nothing too terribly complicated. I have been playing around with the idea of having music go in the background, but I don't know if that's too distracting or not. I mean, I've been playing around with it. I had it really, really low last time, but it was almost so low you couldn't pick it up. And so it'll be more of like trying to find the right volume level. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know if I want to add music when I'm talking with you guys. And all of that. Hi, Robin. Of course. I don't know why I'm being super careful about this, but I'm getting to the part where the paper is like super warped. I could probably zoom in so you guys can see a little bit. I'm also trying a different color paper on my desk because I'm hoping it'll help my camera do the correct white balance in contrast. We'll see. So if the color behind my coloring books randomly just keeps shifting, that is what's going on. I'm trying some things out. I'm gonna move these out of the way. I joined the really cool trend of getting a art cart that I now have sitting next to me because I got tired of all of my utensils rolling off my desk. And so far I'm really liking it because I put some cups and things on it to put whatever materials I'm currently using on my works in progress, so I can keep those nice and separated and figured out, and I don't have to mentally go through the checklist. Okay, is this for this project? Is this for this project? Is this for this project? I'm slowly getting there. And of course, since we're almost done with this picture, that means I may be doing a color and story with it. And I have heard some suggestions on what that could be, such as Beauty and the Beast, maybe King Arthur. Could do the section where he fights the dragon. Beowulf might be interesting. I know that doesn't really have anything to do with the dragon, but it has something to do with the monster. But this dragon looks like it's a very sophisticated dragon. So, I don't know if I'm going to go that dark with it. I don't know. I just don't know. I probably should have colored this part first so I don't drag my hand in wet ink. This is the part of the project where I start going cross-eyed because I'm being so stinking careful with it. Because I'm trying not to go over the lines because this ink is so opaque. I mean, it gives me the effect I want, but you gotta be really careful with it. Otherwise you end up creating more work for yourself. So what is everybody reading right now? I am in the middle of the 4th Wayward Children series, so the Every Heart a Doorway books. The last one, the current one that I'm reading, oh goodness, do I remember the title of it? No, not off the top of my head. Of course I don't. That's just silly. Why would I remember that? The important things in life. Why don't I remember them? But it has to do with the goblin market. Because I believe it's the lady who ends up starting the school for these wayward children. And I'm really, really like, it's probably got to be my favorite one so far in that series. I know I have it on my Goodreads. I'm going to bring up my Goodreads and see if I can grab the title off of that. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. In an Absent Dream. Yeah. I don't know what it is. Oh, okay. I know exactly what it is about that series. Because, I mean, it deals with children who get shuffled off to magical lands. And then they get shuffled back to our world, and they don't really deal with it in the best way. But it deals with like all the kind of magical realms, you know, when children walk through doorways and end up somewhere completely different. So like the Narnia-esque type aspects or the Alice in Wonderland, but there's a whole bunch of different lands that children just find themselves in. Like I said, the current one I'm reading is about a girl who ends up repeatedly going to the goblin market and all of the rules and stipulations centered around that. Hide and Seek by Mary Burton. What is Hide and Seek about, Elizabeth? And then Robin's reading Killing Lessons, The Secret Letter, and Nasty People. I haven't heard of any of those, Robin. Oh, think the Amazon packages are here. Goodness gracious. It's very important that the dogs protect us from the Amazon guy. Because you never know. He might steal us away. Speaking of Amazon, who's excited about Prime Day? I am super excited about Prime Day. I'm not gonna lie. I'm ready. I'm gonna try not to go too crazy. Don't think my husband really wants me to go too crazy. But I am gonna keep my eye on the books and the art supplies that go on sale. Hi, welcome! It's a thriller about an FBI profile who goes after... Oh, that sounds exciting, Elizabeth. I had noticed that, Robin. And I'm sorry about all of the junk that's been going on. That's never good. But I'm glad you still stopped by here. And of course, we've got the really tiny pieces. Prime Day is Monday and Tuesday this week. Amazon does a whole bunch of crazy deals for Prime members. So, and of course, I went shopping at Whole Foods the other day, which means apparently I get $10 in Amazon credit for Prime Day. So that probably means I'll buy at least one thing. Because I know last year I got a couple things for the guinea pigs. And then I got some Tombos. I don't think I got anything else. But it's one of those things that you have to like watch the deals like a hawk, because not everything goes on sale at once. They all go on sale at different times and for different lengths of time. Oh, I think I got one of those 23andMe sets last year. I think I got a couple of them, one for me and one for my husband. Yep, the 15th and the 16th, which is Monday and Tuesday. Because today is the 14th. And I only know that because I always keep track of when the 13th is of every month. Why, you ask? I don't know. I just have a fascination with the number 13, I suppose. It was just so close to be a Friday the 13th, I think, is why I remember what this 13th was. Hi, Elizabeth. Welcome. Okay. Might turn it this way and make it easier for myself. Maybe. Hi, Shay. Oh, you know what? I don't think I even tweeted this out, did I? Goodness gracious. Well, I guess that means you guys are my extra special peeps. So suppose I could quickly tweet this out. Let's see. See, we'll share that. You guys are all my favorites. All my favorites. I do that with my animals too. Like, whoever is with me at the time, I'm like, you're my favorite. Don't tell your siblings. And of course, then they'll shift. And then whoever's closest to me, you're my favorite. Shh, don't tell anybody. These little tiny pieces. I'm trying. Well, and it doesn't help that, of course, it's a metallic ink, so it's got a little bit of a sheen on it. And so when I try to focus too hard, it goes out of focus. And my eyeballs are like, nope. Think you can focus today? I don't think so. Birds are super active today. You probably can't hear them, but you get somebody talking outside the window right now. And apparently they have a lot to say. So I do have plans to start the last of her name either today or tomorrow. And I'm planning on starting, it's called Touch by Claire North. It's part of my other book club that I do with, it's an in real life book club that I do with Steph over at Stacks on Stacks on Stacks. And so we'll see how that goes. I mean, the concept of touch seems interesting, so we'll find out. It has been a good weekend. Yesterday, me and my family went to a fundraising event for the Humane Society. And we visited a couple of local breweries. Hold on. Oh, goodness. I don't know where that sneeze came from. And we definitely had fun at that, because we got free drinks at each of the places we visited. But we also got free pint glasses from the event, which I was super excited about because I designed the logo for the event, and I really like how the logo turned out. So I think that's what I'm most excited about from that. I mean, don't get me wrong, the beer was really good. Ooh, and they also had like food vendors and food trucks that showed up to each of the breweries. And I think I found a new favorite. It's called Rutabagas. They do vegan food, but it is the best thing I have ever had. Okay, maybe that's a little of an exaggeration, but for a person who is a little bit devastated that they can't have nacho cheese anymore, their nachos were amazing. Oh, you guys want to see the logo? Okay, let's see if I can bring it up real quick. Oh, goodness. Let me bring it up on my computer first, and then I will switch over so you guys can see it. It would be in probably this folder right here. Just gotta find the right one. Tabs folder. Bring that up. Holy fudge. Let me close all of the other things. Ba-doom. 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 I have so many windows open on my computer right now, guys. Quick second. Let's see. Okay. So, let's see if I remember how to do. Yeah. Okay. Here's my desktop, and you can see my cat. Just wave at her. And then that is the logo that I did. Some of this stuff, this right here and these other logos right here, I didn't do. But this part right up here. Yeah, so that's the logo. I really like it. I don't know. I got excited about it. I mean, it's the old school cartoon style, which I think is why I like it a lot. Well, yeah. I don't know how I feel about fried clam. Well, I mean, at least you had the fried clams and ice cream separately. Because, I don't know, it's suddenly not in my head that you had ice cream on top of fried clams. And I don't know how good that would be. Oh, thank you guys. I'm glad you like it. Okay. But yeah, so I'm excited. We've got a couple of pint glasses that now have that logo on it. Husband is thinking about getting a t-shirt, so if they ever put more of them on sale, we might be getting some t-shirts. I won't be getting a t-shirt because I'm not a huge fan of the orange color that they're printed on, but it's all good. Yeah, I don't know. Suppose I might have to get the fine liner out so I can fix some of the lines that I need to fix. Well, see, I figured you didn't mean that the ice cream was on top of the fried clams. That would just be weird. It's just the image that went into my head when I read it. That would be a horrible idea. But I bet you now, someone, somewhere in the world is going to try that combination. Or has tried that combination. Okay. I guess I can shift the camera down instead of continuing to try to move my picture up. Okay. I think, Jeff, she was saying barktastic to my combination of fried and ice cream together. Not necessarily in the correct order of having fried clams and then ice cream, which would make sense. Unless you've got April's brain and then she just totally destroys logic and does whatever. I have to giggle because every time before the day before or a couple days before I'm gonna do a live stream, I always seem to injure myself on my hands, or my arms, and I'll be like, people are gonna see this on stream and they're gonna be like, what are you doing, April? What kind of klutz are you? Because for the longest time I had this like nice little scrape across my arm. Sometimes it makes more sense to cut your cat's nails before you give it a bath. I'm just saying. So I've been sporting, and I'm probably gonna have a nice little scar for a little while. And then the other day, I just decided that I should occupy the same space as a door frame. And of course, this is the one that like hurts like potatoes because I use that hand so often and I keep on bumping it on things when I try to like live life. like I was trying to get ice out of the ice machine the other day, and I kept on just bashing it against the door of the ice maker. I'm like, okay, today, for the rest of the process of me putting ice in these water bottles, I am going to be left-handed. You know, only a handful of ice ended up on the floor. Ooh, that's another thing we did this weekend. I totally forgot about that. You know, Shay, it's not a horrible thing to be allergic to fish. I don't eat a lot of fish. I am a Midwestern girl. I will choose beef over fish any day. I like my beef. Yeah, I do. I think I have Pokemon Band-Aids somewhere. It's unfortunately in a really bad spot because I need to like bend my fingers. And so every time I put a Band-Aid on it, I end up having to stick my middle finger straight out, which is horrible to do when you need to grab things. And I'm just gonna kind of leave that visual there. I think you catch my drift. It's like even through the Band-Aid, I would keep bumping it on things. Well, and it's bad too because I am a bleeder. My blood is just water, and I don't clot quickly. So I did have Band-Aids on them for a little while. And of course, bled through them because that's me. It's like when I got my first tattoo, the artist who was doing my tattoo was like, "Holy cow, you bleed so much. I mean, did you like take something or are you okay?" I'm like, "No. That's just my body being dumb." But hey, I've lived with it for 31 years, so I really got no complaints. But it's kind of also the reason we know where all of the emergent cares are. Because when I cut myself, it's not pretty. Okay, just these couple pieces, and then we can switch to the colored pencils to add a little bit of depth like that to the new shiny stuff. And then we get to bring the Posca out and probably make a total mess. I might. Do I have my there's my multi-liner. Okay, I think I'm gonna go in and attempt to fix a couple spots before we gonna look really bold until we bring that colored pencil in, and then it won't be nearly as in your face. Just want to bring some of those line backs. I said, that copper. Just obliterates the lines if you're not careful. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Shay. Oh, did Elizabeth ask something about the animals? Did I miss that? Oh, how do you tell your cats and your puppies apart? Well, like, between the cats and between the dogs, how do we tell them apart? Or how do we tell the cats from the dogs? Because that easy part is telling the cats from the dogs. But otherwise, Fia's the one that is cow spotted. She's the cat that's cow spotted, which means the pure white cat is Nissa. And then Albus is very much taller and lengthier than Gillyweed, and also has little spots on his legs, where Gillyweed is our linebacker, and he's just pure dark. I mean, it's not necessarily black, but it's like a brown, and he's got red on top of his head. Oh yeah, the cats like to, well, and the dogs, all of the animals like to drink from our water glasses. Not so much the sink. They tend to stay away from the sink, but that's because they've sort of kind of associated the sink with baths. And they're not a huge fan of baths. I mean, they could be way worse, but yeah, the sink is something to stay clear of unless you can smell food coming from it. And then that fear of the sink seems to disappear. Mostly just gonna do these lines. Let the colored pencil bring out the other ones. I can understand that, Shay. And it's really funny watching them drink from cups because they just like stick their whole heads in. Straight in. Which one of the puppies looks like he has a mohawk? Oh, are you talking about the white hair down the back of his neck? Because that's Albus. Albus is more of the scraggly looking of the two. But like I said, Gillyweed has like a clump of red hair on top of his head. I don't think I did too bad on that one. Okay. Bringing out the colored pencil. Yeah, so if you're talking about the white that comes down, then That is totally... Did I use something darker than this? Ow! I'm okay. This is why you can't take me anywhere. Yeah, just hit my funny bone on all of the art supplies. It's fine. The Klutz Award goes to April. I am so excited to see that vlog, Shay. Just to see how all of your reading went. Over the Sailor Moon series. Especially at this point, since it's over 20 years old. I'm pretty sure I'd still find a way to injure myself, even if I was wrapped in bubble wrap. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to that because I'd probably purposely start trying to run into things just so I can get the popping noise from the bubble wrap. That could be fun. I now really want to try this. Let's see. I think. Trying to decide. Light sources and shadow and all of that. Shay, I like the way you think. New plan. Video from when I hit 10K. There may be bubble wrap involved. I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, I can't get the picture out of my head now. Oh. Just being bubble wrapped for a day. Just see what happens. It could be fun. Just saying. All of the shenanigans. I mean, Prime Day is coming up, and I know pink bubble wrap exists. It's a thing. Just be stuck in the backyard all day, Elizabeth, if we did that. I wouldn't fit through any of the doorways in the house. Because I don't know, there's something weird going on with our doorways. Some of them are ridiculously tight. Okay. How do I want to do this? I don't entirely know. I'm just gonna kind of start putting color down, I suppose. I think I need to sharpen my pencil real quick. What videos do I have coming up? Well, I do. Of course, I've got my mid-month, I think. This was not the section I was supposed to be working on, but I guess I'm working on it. I have contemplated doing a video where I go through my bookshelf, and if I can't decide if it's I have read it or I haven't read it. I'll turn it backwards. I think it would be more of like if I have read it, then I turn it around so you can't see the title, so that my bookshelf, the only titles you can see are books I haven't read yet. It would be a mess and a total disaster. But it is a video idea I have been contemplating. I have a Jazza's Jazzy art box headed my way. Should be shipping out fairly soon. So I might be causing some shenanigans with that. I have a partnership thing that may be happening. I've got my fingers crossed that it will come to fruition. I've just kind of started piecing it together. So that might be showing up at some point. And of course, you know, the reading rush is going to be coming up in 2 weeks. So who knows what kind of shenanigans they're going to have us do for that. Let Jeff pick my TBR. I'd probably, well, okay, first of all, Jeff needs to finish the books he's actually reading. Book he's actually reading before I can pick his TBR. But yeah, I mean, I'd probably have to, like, give Jeff a list of books that are available to put on my TBR. Because I think if he just looked at my bookshelf, he'd probably go a little bit crazy trying to figure out what I have and haven't read. Ooh, well, see, there's an idea. I could do the whole, like, book flipping thing, so all you can see is the books I need to read, and then he could go through and pick a couple books that I need to read first. Or something like that. I know I've seen Shay and Steve do the, like, how well do you know me kind of deal with the books on the bookshelf and, like, what's my favorite book and that kind of stuff. I have contemplated that. It's just one of those things that I get distracted by so many projects that I'm like, okay, which one makes sense to do in this amount of time that I actually have to film? I kind of like that. Let's see. Come over here. Okay, I want to do this. We might sucker him in one day. One day. When he's not paying attention. It's getting there. It's getting there. Holy cow, we've already been here an hour. Also, I got such a positive response on my mid-year check-in. Like, holy cow. I was putting all those stats together. I'm like, I'm gonna, like, bore the fudge out of people. But I think the numbers are cool. And then I got so many comments that are like, this is kind of fun. There are a few stats that I totally missed. This is what happens when I film on the fly. Even though I filmed that thing like 2-3 times. Especially if I film it multiple times. It's like I've already talked about this, and so my brain doesn't remember to like talk about it again. Because I was going to talk about the series I completed and that kind of stuff. But I suppose at the end of the year I can talk about that. How do you guys feel about music playing in the background? Just randomly, out of curiosity. Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Do you not really care either direction? One more corner. Okay. I might go over some of the stuff I've had down here because I think I used a slightly different gray. Whoops. It's all good. So I think I started telling you about, but then got distracted about the fact that I went and saw Beauty and the Beast the other day, on Friday, outside, in the heat. It was so fun. I have been playing around with going live on Twitch. So I'm here every Sunday live, but periodically during the week I'll have a random moment where I'm like, I want to go live. Let's go live on Twitch. So that's kind of what that is. And then, of course, I'll put them up here on YouTube. But yeah, no, Beauty and the Beast was... Of course, it's one of those moments where you just want to kind of break out into the songs as they start them on stage. You have to hold yourself back a little bit because everybody else there probably wouldn't enjoy you singing. Yeah, no, live on Twitch is just spastically. It's probably going to be mostly Wednesday nights and Thursday nights that I go live on Twitch. But otherwise it's just whenever I suddenly find myself with time. I'm going to try not to fix a schedule because I can't necessarily make any promises. Whereas Sunday at this time, I can pretty much guarantee that I can stream. Just living on the edge a little bit. It's like, will she? Won't she? Will she? Won't she? But like I said, I will put all of the coloring that I do on Twitch will always come up onto YouTube. Just might be the other like random weird projects that I do that don't make it onto YouTube. I don't necessarily know what those weird projects are yet, but kind of like that, maybe. Possibly. I was gonna come back in and because I think I used more of a blue toned gray when I first did these. And I think I like how the black was turning out a little better. I mean, it's not a huge difference, let's be honest. But see. Zoom out a little bit. That's kind of what we're looking like right now. Do I might want to Might want to pull the length of some of these out a little bit more, because I feel like this side is like really deep and then this is shallow. The only problem about coloring at different times is sometimes you end up feeling like things aren't as cohesive as they could be. I don't know, it might just all be in my head. Thank you, Elizabeth. Touch up everything. Hello, welcome. Glad you could make it into the stream. I'm just fighting with my shading right now. There we go. Yeah, I'm liking how that's boldening up. I'm liking that a lot. I don't know if there's a whole ton you can do in here, because this stuff is so detailed at this point. I don't want to lose. Definitely darken up some areas, that's for sure. Give it a little bit more of that tarnished look. sharpen my pencil real quick. And then as soon as I do that corner, we'll bring the Pasca out. Actually, no, I forgot right down here. Totally forgot about it. There we go. Okay. Liking how those are all deepening up. Gotta love how you can just slowly build some of this stuff up. There we go. I think I like them like that. Okay, now the fun part, where April can make a mess and either make better or completely destroy. Oh, seem to have shifted. Hold on. We have some technical difficulty. What is going on? Okay. Well, I thought the paper was a good idea. It might not be. Okay. We've got ink. We are going to just completely obliterate the black line for this glass. Because if you ever really look at glass, you don't have that sharp outline. It's like I'm trying to get it. There we go. Like, urgh. I mean, the only fun part about this is trying to trace and actually hit those black lines. Look at that. And then it's just a little less weird how muted that flower has become. I'm like moving this picture all around. Posca's like, I don't know if I really want to go over top of glitter. Are you sure you want me to go over top of glitter? It's like, yes, yes I do. Look at that. Now all of this I suppose I could do this part with a bigger Posca. Might do that. This is probably not the right task for my small little tiny Posca. But some of these, yeah, we could do with the teeny Posca. Wow. I haven't decided if I want to trace the gems with white as well, or if I just kind of want to leave them with a Should I like outline the gems in white too? What do you guys think? At least on the one side, possibly. I'm thinking maybe I should. Should I? Should I? Should I? Should I? Would that be too much? Oops, wasn't really on screen when I did that one. Sorry about that. I'm actually going to do that right there. That right there, which reminds me. He's like, Oop! Not even on screen. Sorry. That's the only downside of all of this. I think I'm going to do at least this. Kind of thing. Yes, definitely gonna go back with maybe just this side of the gem. I'm gonna kind of obliterate. I did it. I'm gonna do it at least just on the outside of the gems. Like that. sometimes wish I had a steadier hand, but what can you do? Okay. Nope, I'm going to first put a little dot in that dragon's eye, give him a little bit of life. Okay, see if I got a bigger Posca. Ooh, I got lots of big Poscas. That's a chalk marker, not what I want. I think I want to use 1.3. Do I have ink in this? No, I do not. Let me get it started. There we go. Okay, well, it was started for about 3 seconds. I should probably put the cap on when I shake it. Blah, that's just, I don't like that one. I don't. I'm not having luck with white. So I also have this brush pen, but that's not really going down as opaque as I wanted to. Of course not. Of course not. That would just be too convenient. Blah, 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 blah. I could try a Sharpie. It's gonna give me, because this is an oil paint pen. Have to get this one started too. Maybe, possibly. Just kind of waiting for the paint to come. There it is. I can start seeing it in the tip. Hopefully, since it's an oil based, it'll be a little bit. That doesn't really have a lot of opacity either. Hold on, I've got to fix my desk. It's sliding down. Not winning today. Not. Just want to get rid of those lines. Make this more of like a white. Why can't I win? I have like so many different white things. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. This might work. Oh, look at that. This one's just kind of leaking white right now. it's kind of chunky. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, well, hopefully, I'm like, I don't know what and it might just be the way the Posca's interacting with the wink of Stella that's already down on the paper. Well, let that dry for a quick second. So I have a feeling I'm gonna wanna see if I can make those black lines disappear even more after it dries. It's a waiting game at this point. While there's some opacity to Posca's, it's not completely. Okay, I'm gonna give you the full range. That is how we are looking. So a couple places I want to just stick my finger in the wet spot. Okay. And part of it might just be that I have completely oversaturated that paper and eaten so much of it. At this point. Okay, I think I'm going to stop touching it. I think that is it. That is the dragon, the book dragon. I'm content on where it's at right now. I don't really see anything that is causing me too much heartburn. Kind of like how it turned out. Yeah, Elizabeth agrees with me. I got it done. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and being with me to finish this beautiful page. We finally finished something else this year. This is like page number 4 that I've finished this year. So that's exciting. So thank you guys all for hanging out with me today. I stream on YouTube every Sunday at 11 Central, so I hope to see you guys again next week. I will probably be doing a couple of Twitch streams next week as well, if you are so interested. But like I said, they will end up on YouTube as well. We're doing pop manga over on Twitch right now. Kind of excited. We are doing the beautiful little ice cream girl, and I know Sammy has done her too, but that's how that's going. So that'll probably be up on the channel as well, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I heart your beautiful faces. Bye.